Hello my beautiful and amazing people, badass Dark Zone agents, Uncle Butcher in the building with perhaps one of the best shield-free builds in the game right now. Of course, I'm using Saint ELMOS and I have turned this bad boy into the freaking LMG, which has more than 100 bullets paired up with turmoil, Cheshka named knee pads, and that's game over. I mean, just look at these shenanigans in terms of survivability, bro. Nothing and nobody will be able to kill you because I'm using one of the best PvE exotic item, aka Memento backpack, which will provide us with trophies, bonus armor, armor reaper slash armor regen, throwing the mixed decoy and defender drone, and as cherry on top of my delicious cake, I'm using zealot modifier, zealot with Z modifier, which will pretty much activate freaking god mode for 20 seconds, and if you can chain multiple kills, you can keep this modifier alive for quite some time. So we have ton of synergies here. We have shock bullets from Saint ELMOS, which are really handy on legendary difficulty. That's another crowd control option in this build. You have foam grenades, obviously, from gunner specialization, but 100 shock bullets is a difference maker, sometimes between living another day to fight or some asshole changa wiping your butt out from the Division 2 servers. So it's really handy when you have those shock bullets, and of course if you're gonna use passive modifiers where you can strip changas from their armor, that's also handy. But before we continue, a quick word from today's sponsor, Diving.net. If you don't have enough time or good teammates but you still want to have all the best items in your game, then Diving.net is set for you. They have absolutely amazing team on consoles. They will complete your order super quick. If you will use my promo code RBD for RBD, you will receive 15% discount on absolutely all services. Amazing deal, especially when right now they have some crazy sales going on, so definitely check these guys out. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to drop your comment down below in the comment section or contact the operator, and the rest will be the history. But now, let's get back to this build. And like I said, this is shield free build, and the reason is really simple. I don't love shields at all in this game. I love builds which allows me to run and gun. This playstyle suits me the most. I understand that Division 2 should be cover-based shooter, but I mean, there is no fun whatsoever to sit whole day behind the cover. I rather just sprint to the enemies. Yeah, occasionally maybe I will die here and there by making stupid mistake. Don't guys think that build is trash by seeing me doing stupid stuff. Build is decent. Sometimes I'm doing stupid shit which you should not replicate it, like running like in the sprint mode to the next wave of changas. It's me. I'm sometimes doing crazy things just to spice it up, some gameplay. And obviously after many years, after playing 1,000 times or even countless times the same missions, you gonna start to go crazy and do some mayhem and maybe unorthodox things. So forgive me for that, just like for my voice, I'm a little bit cold. Actually, my whole family got sick this weekend, and yeah, my voice is usually terrible, but now it can be a little bit more annoying, so sorry for that guys. But hey, I'm just covering Division 2 pretty much daily, so if you're new here, hit that like, smash that sub, and welcome to the family. For the setup itself, like I said, we're gonna use gunner specialization. Gunner specialization will give us armor back on kill, increased rate of fire on kill, foam grenades, benchy pulls, minigun as your signature weapon. As my go-to gun here, I will use Saint ELMOS because of those delicious shock bullets. We have 100 bullets in a mag. We can even suppress multiple enemies with this build. It's actually dope. If you don't have Saint ELMOS, you could use Chameleon. Lexington for me is kinda, I'm not that high on Lexington, so I would rather use FAMAS instead of Lexington in this build, if you ask me. For pistol, I'm using Orbit, DZ exclusive pistol, perfect finisher. For the build itself, I'm using 3 pieces from Arquebus set: mask, chest piece, and of course holster. Picaro's named holster, which will give us weapon damage as a minor attribute. That's really important. And 3-piece brand set bonus from Arquebus set, obviously skill haste, skill tier. That's really handy because now our skills are more efficient, and memento backpack as well will increase your skill efficiency. That works really well with your defender drone. Defender drone, as you know, will give you some protection, incoming damage protection. And third bonus is magazine size. That's the reason why my same ELMOS has more than 100 bullets. For minor attributes, you should roll your setup with crit chance and the crit damage. My armor is insane, 1.8 million armor. That's the reason why I can afford to not use shield at all. So 3 pieces from Arquebus set. Holster is must have because it's named holster. It will give us weapon damage as minor attribute. For my chest piece talent, I'm using Obliterate, although you could go with Intimidate, but obviously Intimidate will not always be active in this build. Obliterate, from other hand, is really simple talent, easy talent. You don't have to stack anything except Obliterate talent itself, but it will be stacked in a couple seconds, so it's no brainer there. So you could go with Obliterate. Intimidate will obviously give you more weapon damage, but there will be moments where you will not have Intimidate on and you're gonna feel it. So I am using Obliterate just because I can have it at any given moment. If I have bonus armor or if I don't have it, doesn't matter, I will have my weapon damage buff. So for backpack, I'm using Memento backpack, one of the best PV exotic items, 3 core attributes, weapon damage, armor with trophies, skill efficiency, yada yada yada. You know how this shit works. For the gloves though, I am using improvised gloves. Yeah, improvised gloves. I'm just waiting for my build to pop up. And I'm using crit damage mod there, although maybe you could use Fenris gloves to add additional weapon damage, assault rifle weapon damage, but this build was made in mind to use protection from elite mods. So if you need super duper extra giga survivability, you can obviously replace crit damage mods with protection from elite mods and make yourself pretty much immortal, unkillable. But like I said, I'm using Z modifier as well. I have modifier which will give me halo ammo, that's amplified weapon damage and bleed bullets. I have of course increased movement speed by killing rushers and stuff like that. For the skills, decoy, and for knee pads I'm using Cheshka thermal knee pads to split or share damage to kill enemies quicker. Bye!